What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be going over the charts as usual. Let's take a look at the Dow, then we'll take a look at the DXY. Then, of course, Bitcoin. We'll start out with the bigger time frames and zoom into the smaller time frames and kind of look at what's going on, what to expect. Also, at the very end, we'll take a look at the gold and silver charts, which are both about a year old. Seem to be playing out perfectly, just like everything else. Remember, guys, to keep an eye on these markets, you need to keep an eye on all the markets as a whole, not just focus on Bitcoin. So let's take a look at what's going on. The Dow Jones, as you guys know, last week we put this 33,271 up there. I said it would take a daily close, open and close above to make this bullish, which did not happen. We had this arrow drawn in. This would be what I'm looking for in the next few weeks. This is the bounce area, 31,417, which is the center of the downward channel, falling channel. But if we look at the RSI here, looks like today will be more downside, and maybe tomorrow we'll get a little relief rally in the Dow going into the weekend, and then that will help probably push Bitcoin a little bit up tomorrow. But as of right now, things are looking pretty much like it's a down day. Let's take a look at the DXY. As you guys know, last week we called this exactly this bounce before it even happened, and it is heading up. I know a lot of people are super bearish on the DXY. It is bullish, guys. I'm looking for 112, and for the longer term, check out Monday's video. On Monday's video, I go more into depth on all this stuff, but 112 is my target that I'm looking for as of right now within the next couple weeks. And if we look at the monthly, zoom in here, monthly fell out of this bear flag, as you can see, and we're getting rejected right at the top. What is that number? That is around 20,500. Anything below that, we remain bearish. And if we take a measured move of this falling channel from where it broke out here, we can get rid of this now. That would get us around that 14. Actually, let's move it up a little bit, around the 14.5, which is what we've been looking for in all the time frames. I still believe we see at least this in the coming weeks, if not sooner. And obviously, we have a much lower target too. If we take from the break of this trend line here on the monthly, looking at that as a bear flag to where it broke, that gets us around the 2,800 to 3,000 range. Not saying we're going to go that low. And as you guys know, in the big picture, I see it taking a lot longer. It doesn't have to, but take a look at the weekly here. So on the weekly, we had, let's just show you how this played out. We were looking at this bear flag here, which was a rising channel. The measured move of that got us down to this 25.5, which we hit, nailed it, got a bounce just like we expected. And then we broke the next little bear flag here, got us at 17.5. And now we have broken this one here. We talked about this last week. A break of the 20,800 was going to be pretty bad for Bitcoin. We broke it. It's pretty bad for Bitcoin. Our first target on the weekly is the measured move of the break of this rising broadening wedge. That gets us around to also 14.5. Same thing we're looking at in every chart. 14.5 looks like we're definitely going to be hitting that, guys. I know a lot of people are expecting that 17.5 bounce, which we could get, but we'll look at what that might look like on the daily in the next chart. But as you can see, we also have this measured move getting us down to all the way down to around the 85, which is just taking this flagpole right here. Looking at this as a bear flag. We did the same thing back here, looking at this as a bear flag. And that was just the measured move of the rising channel. You can see how all this stuff just kind of comes together. As you guys know, my big picture, I see us bottoming sometime in the real bottom sometime next year, probably middle or end of next year, maybe sooner, depending on when we get this first false bottom that I'm expecting. We'll know that is in when we break through the top of this trend line on the weekly, just like we did over here. I still believe this to be playing out perfectly, guys. Next is the daily. We have a lot more room for downside on the daily here. Remember, we drew this in probably about a month ago, right? Well, 2-3 weeks ago. And I said, if we do get the bounce here at 17.7, may bounce around a little before breaking. But if you remember in the 4 hour, we'll check out here in a minute. Usually when these lows break, like this one broke here, boom, broke right through. This one broke here, broke right through, no bounce. We may see the same thing right here. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. I don't trade against you. You can trade Dow, S&P, Forex, gold, silver, oil, all on one exchange. Definitely check them out if you haven't. Use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. Links down below. I also have a tutorial on my YouTube page. Check it out. Before we go into the 4 hour, I almost forgot. Make sure you guys scroll down, smash those thumbs up, and leave your comments down below. Also, subscribe to the channel for daily updates. Remember, we started doing more in-depth on Monday, so we kind of go over everything on Monday with Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, things like that. So just so you guys know, definitely make sure you check out on Mondays. So let's get in here. Let's zoom into the smaller time frame here. So this blue trend line right here, that's the break of this trend, right? So that gets us down to 18.7. Now this is the 4 hour. These are more immediate targets we're looking for. Our first target was this 20,100, which we've just been playing around for the last, week or so. So our next target's 18.7. After that, we go from this yellow trend line break right here. Look at this is the flagpole. This is the bear flag. That gets us down to our next target, 18.1. So if 18.7 does not hold, look for 18.1. These are your bounce areas, right? If they break, we look for the next one. Just like this broke, obviously we came back up. Still playing on it, but my next target's still 18.7. And then from the white trend line break up here, looking at this as a bear flag, that gets us down to that 17.5. Remember, if that 17.5 breaks, it's probably going to go down pretty quickly. Just like what happened here. Let me explain. So I moved us up to the daily, but if you look at this low here, this was that 32,800 range that everybody thought was the bottom, just like they thought 42 was the bottom, so on and so forth. If you go up, once that broke, came down, never even retested it, right? And then we were watching this low. Everybody thought that was the bottom, 25.3. What did we do? We broke right through it. And if we zoom in here, we did not retest that either. So what we have now is our 17.5 or 17.7. Same thing. I think if we hit this, we may just blow right through, guys, and go down to our lower targets. Now, if we go down to that 89, if we go back to the weekly, you can see once we broke these, the trends right here, this took about 2 weeks to bottom. Then we got a big bounce, got everyone bullish again. This took about 2 weeks to bottom. And so probably got another week or two before we see that 14.5. If that breaks, remember, we're looking for 84. And then if we get that low, I think that'll be our false bottom. I'm still thinking that'll be around November, but it could happen a lot sooner, and then we'll reevaluate on the charts. Let's take a quick look at gold and silver. And these charts are about a year old, guys. Gold is dumping right now. We've had this target here for this big correction, about 1561. Again, if we're in a long-term bear market like I believe we are, it could be a lot lower than this. But this has been my first target for about a year now. Let's take a look at silver. Same thing, silver's dumping, still looking for that 15.5. Guys, keep an eye on the whole market as a whole, everything. It all blends together. It all paints a picture. Don't just zone in and have tunnel vision on one thing. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely don't forget to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.